friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we're going to do a detailed review of the latest OnePlus 9. So OnePlus 9 was launched alongside the OnePlus 9 Pro. Now the OnePlus 9 is the successor of the OnePlus 8T launched late last year. Now there are a lot of upgrades in the OnePlus 9 compared to the OnePlus 8T, and there are a few downgrades as well. So the OnePlus 9 pricing is also considerably higher compared to the OnePlus 8T when it was launched last year. Now the OnePlus 9 pricing starts at 49,999. That's almost 50,000 rupees for the 8GB RAM variant. Now the prominent change with the OnePlus 9 is the Hasselblad branding. So these cameras are made in partnership with Hasselblad. So Hasselblad, is one of the companies which is pioneer in terms of camera abilities, lenses. So OnePlus has partnered with Hasselblad to bring in some improvements in the camera. So how good is the improvement? Is it really a worthy flagship at 49,999? That's what we are going to talk about in this video. So before getting started, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that red subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's begin. So let's get started with the detailed review. So first step, let's have a look at the design and build quality. Now if you look at the front panel design, you can see that it's a well built design, and you can see that the punch hole selfie camera, the bezels have been kept to minimal, and you can see that overall it looks really premium. You don't get a curved display like the OnePlus 9 Pro or the OnePlus 8 Pro, but it's a flat display. But it's definitely a good looking device out there. Now the back panel is made of glass. We have the camera layout which is quite similar to the OnePlus 8T, although the camera positioning has been changed, and you also get the Hasselblad branding, which makes the camera even better according to OnePlus. Now you can also see that the OnePlus logo here. Now the back panel is made of glass, but you can see that it attracts a lot of fingerprint and smudges, but you need to clean this off, and that's quite common on a glass build which are like glossy. So here also you can expect a lot of smudges and fingerprint, so you might have to clean it quite often. At the bottom is the speaker unit, the USB Type-C port, and the SIM tray. You get a dual SIM card support, no SD card, quite similar to other OnePlus devices as well. So you get the power button and the alert slider, which is a kind of a unique functionality for the OnePlus devices. And here we have the volume up and down key, and you also get a speaker unit here. So it's a good design overall. But one thing what has changed with the OnePlus 9 is that this is a plastic frame. That's one of the major changes. Probably this is the first time we are seeing a plastic frame on a flagship OnePlus series. Although the OnePlus Nord or the budget device did have plastic frame, but the top of the line devices, the 9 series or the 8 series, never had a plastic frame. So here we have a plastic frame, and quite surprisingly the OnePlus 9R as a metal frame. Here we get a plastic build. That's one of the downsides, but having a plastic frame doesn't make any major difference, although it does give a premium feel. That's the only thing, but otherwise we don't see any major issues with the plastic frame. So that's the design aspect. So build quality, again as I said before, except for the plastic frame issue, otherwise it's a quite a good looking design, and build quality is again really good. The glass finishing looks really nice, and you get Corning Gorilla Glass support on the display as well. So overall the device is quite good in hands. You can see that it is not a very heavy device or a bulky device. It's quite good in hands, and one-handed usability is also really good on the OnePlus 9. Now next, let's move on to the display aspect. So you get a Fluid AMOLED display. This is one of the highlights of the OnePlus devices. The Fluid AMOLED display is one of the really good displays out there, and you get 120Hz refresh rate. It's a very smooth display, and the colors are really vibrant. Display is really smooth to use. Touch response is really good, and you also get this 120Hz refresh rate, and you can change it to 60Hz or 120Hz. So you can see that even in display calibration, you can actually see that you can go with natural colors. Advanced, you can go with the sRGB or AMOLED wide gamut. P3 color gamut also there, so you can actually calibrate the display based on how you want. So those things are really good, and the display quality is really good. Very smooth display, and viewing angles are excellent, and touch response, everything looks really great. So display is top notch on this device. So it's a full HD resolution display, and you get the Gorilla Glass protection as well. Now moving on to the software. So software has been one of the strong points for all the OnePlus devices. this comes with OnePlus Oxygen OS 11 and on top of Android 11. So if you look at the settings, you can see this is the new OnePlus Oxygen OS 11. So if you look at the OnePlus 80, which also came with the OnePlus Oxygen OS 11, there isn't much of a change. You can see that Snapdragon 888, 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigabytes storage. You get Android 11 and Oxygen OS 11.2.3, so that's the version, and you get a lot of features here. So Oxygen OS is one of the refined UIs in terms of optimizations. You can see that you can customize the accent color, system icons, then you can change the always on display. You can get a canvas for your wallpaper or lock screen. So a lot of customization options are available, and you get a good refined UI with the Oxygen OS. Even in terms of memory management, this is one of the really smooth UIs out there. So in terms of software experience, OnePlus 9 offers really good options, and this UI is something which everyone would love to use because of the very smooth and lag-free experience. So that's the software aspect, and OnePlus obviously provides software updates on a regular basis, so you are well covered in that aspect as well. Now talking about the performance, so you get the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 chipset, and along with that you get either 8GB RAM or 12GB RAM, and you get 128 or 256GB storage variant. So the performance is really good, and we also done the gaming review of this device, found the gaming to be really good. Now initially when we tested, we did see a bit of heating issues with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 chipset. It was not usable in outdoor, especially when you shoot with a camera under hot sun. There used to be an issue with the camera shutting down because of the higher temperature of the device, but those issues were initially, but over a period of time, in the last 1 week or so, OnePlus has released an update which made those issues fixed. So those issues are fixed, and we don't see any heating issues as of now. It's very smooth UI and no lags whatsoever, and it provides a really great experience overall. So we have also done the gaming review of this device, found the gaming performance to be really smooth, so you can also check out that video. We have already uploaded it on our channel. Now this device comes with an in-display fingerprint scanner, so you can see that OnePlus in-display fingerprint scanners are really good in terms of experience. You can see that very smooth in terms of and very fast as well, so it works really fast. Now the face unlock is also really fast. You can see that now I'm just trying the face unlock, extremely fast. Both the unlock mechanisms are really fast. Now it comes with dual stereo speakers, one at the bottom and top, and it provides really good sound output. The speaker performance is really good on this device. Now we have tried Jio 4G LTE and voice over Wi-Fi. It is pretty good in terms of experience. This has a dual SIM card, and there is also 5G support, but unfortunately the 5G support is limited to 2 bands in India, while in Europe and US it supports all the bands. We are not really sure about why that issue is, but as of now we can't test anything because 5G is not available in India. So probably those bands might be unlocked by OnePlus in future, because the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 chipset has support for all the bands of 5G right now. So we are not really sure about that, but this device, it does come with 2 band support for 5G in India. Now this device comes with UFS 3.1 storage support and LPDDR5 RAM, so the performance is again top notch, and you get either 128GB storage or 256GB storage. Next, moving on to the camera. So we have a triple camera setup here. We have a 48 megapixel primary sensor, then you get a 50 megapixel ultra wide angle sensor, and a mono sensor is included. Now this camera is tuned by Hasselblad, and you get a 16 megapixel selfie camera also included. Now we have done a detailed camera review. Now what we felt the camera is that cameras are definitely improved over the OnePlus 80, where the cameras were kind of very much average. Here we can see that the cameras are definitely improved. Good details, good sharpness levels, especially the wide angle camera came out really good. Now the macros are also pretty good, much better than the OnePlus 80, where the macros were kind of very much average. So here there is definitely an improvement in terms of camera. The video recording also looks quite okay, but one of the major things which is missing on the OnePlus 9 is the lack of optical image stabilization. So optical image stabilization is not there on the OnePlus 9, and as a result the low light experience was not really stunning, because without OIS a small shake of the hands can render the image to be blurry. So that happens quite often on OnePlus 9, and we have felt that. So that's one of the downsides. So overall camera feels quite okay, but lack of optical image stabilization is kind of a deal breaker for many. The camera, the video recording is definitely good because the EIS does a really good job, but lack of optical image stabilization is definitely a downside at this price segment. Now the selfie camera is kind of okay. We won't say it's stellar, but still kind of okayish performance. So that is the camera aspect. So overall improved, but still not a class leading performer. So we can say that it's definitely a big step when you consider the OnePlus 8T, but still not a class leading for a 50k price device. Now finally the battery life. So this device comes with a 4500 mAh capacity battery, and the battery life is definitely good. You get 65 watt fast charging, which can charge the device in around 30-35 minutes, which is stellar performance, and the battery life is again pretty good. We got around 6 to 6.5 hours of screen on time, which is quite good for a 4500 mAh capacity battery. Now one of the things which is missing on this device in the Indian variant is that there is no wireless charging. So wireless charging is available in the Europe variant, but this is not available on the Indian variant. So that's again one of the downsides. Again, there is no IP rating also included. So that is the detailed aspects about the OnePlus 9. So summing up, what are the pros and cons? So now the pros include good design, then display is superb, software experience is excellent, performance is excellent, cameras are improved but not exceptional, but still we wouldn't say it's a con. It's still upgraded over the OnePlus 8T. Now the battery life is quite good, and the 65 watt charger definitely works pretty well. Now the cons include lack of wireless charging on the Indian variant, then you don't get all the 5G bands again in the Indian variant. The cameras are improved but still not a class leading one. There is no optical image stabilization included, and lack of a metal chassis. That's kind of not a major con though, but still we would like to mention that, and there is no IP68 rating included on this device. Considering that OnePlus has increased the pricing to almost 49,999 for the base 8GB RAM variant. So that's one of the things, probably the con for the OnePlus 9. Now summing up, should I buy the OnePlus 9? That's one of the important questions. Here we say it's definitely improved over the OnePlus 8T, but considering that OnePlus has increased the pricing to almost 50,000, we would definitely suggest the OnePlus 8 Pro. Now you might ask, OnePlus 8 Pro is almost a year old, so why should I go with an older device? But if you go with the OnePlus 8 Pro, you get a pretty good camera setup, you get IP rating, IP68, quad HD display, then you get optical image stabilization, metal chassis, and there is also 5G support, and the cameras are also quite good. There is also wireless charging, everything included. You just have to pay additional 5k rupees for the OnePlus 8 Pro, which sells around 55,000. Now this is priced 50,000. So ideally we would suggest you to go with the OnePlus 8 Pro, because you get a lot of value for additional 5,000 you pay compared to the OnePlus 9. But if you are really short on cash, or rather your budget is exactly 50,000, probably you can also consider the Vivo X60 Pro, and also the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE, the 5G variant with the 865 chip. So that is the detailed review of the OnePlus 9. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the red subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.